TorquePoint got started in 2012 after I left Parliament. Simon and I had been working together, or we've worked together since 2002.
We built TorquePoint around two areas: simulations to develop and test strategy, which is based on a military technique, and also the area of experiential learning programs.
Experiential learning means that people are learning as they go. So when people come along to our programs, they don't do a lot of sitting, they don't do a lot of looking at PowerPoint presentations. We run a lot of simulations and scenarios that are relevant to the areas that they're working in. Lobby talk is about taking people who work in areas where it's important that they have good communication with politicians, with local bodies, with government officials, and we teach them the most effective ways to contact them and to develop relationships. When I was a minister, I wanted to hear from people at the coalface who were experiencing problems at that time. When people actually came into my office and told me their stories themselves, I was much better informed, much better equipped to do something about that. If people come along to a TorquePoint program and expect an ordinary day out of the office where they're not going to have to think very hard, they probably shouldn't come.
Largely, people talk about disruptive strategy in an IT sense, a technological sense, but that's not the only application. And certainly from the military background, we would see disruption as something we call manoeuvre warfare. It's actually about being strong where your opponents are weak and vice versa, creating dilemmas. One
of the things about being and working from Marlborough is that it really does highlight our point of difference. We don't do things in the same way that other companies that might perhaps work in this space do. It actually is really important to take yourself out of the day-to-day detail of work and take a look at the bigger picture.
There's no way that people are at their best sitting in a suit in a glass tower in the CBD somewhere. We're working from here because it's the place where we can develop the best possible points of difference for our clients.
People do enjoy themselves when they come to our programs, and it's really rewarding when they leave at the end of the day saying, well, I didn't know what to expect. That's probably the most common thing we get. Didn't know what to expect, but I've learnt such a lot today, and I'm absolutely exhausted, but I know that when I go back to work tomorrow, I'm going to be able to put some of those techniques into practice.